Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Church of Waldo. This was the second rod going out. I'm trolling this morning, and I didn't even get it. I didn't even get it in the rod holder, and he woofed it. $18-incher, nice fish, going back. I'm in 17 foot of water right at the moment. I'm just cruising along the north side of the channel on the west end. I'm heading down towards Toad Harbor Point. That's the first time I've ever run this lure. This was one of the ones I bought with a Bass Pro gift card that I got for my birthday. That is a Reef Runner, purple, pink nose. He loved it. This is simple trolling this time of year. It could be all year, I mean, and trolling doesn't just have to be for out in the deep water. You can easily troll up a lot of fish running weed edges. Not that the weeds are up yet. Running weed edges in shallow water, and I say shallow, under 20 feet. In this 17 foot of water with these deep diving lures, I figure they're going down 10 feet maybe. This Reef Runner might be a little deeper than that. I'm running 100 foot back on a flat line, and I'm putting it on my planer board. And there again, you can be running inline planer boards if you want. I run static planer boards. I have them both, but I like to run the static planer boards better for me. I grew up on the Great Lakes trolling and chartering up there, and I learned about the static boards, but you can do either. There's no right or wrong way. It's whichever you prefer. And this is simple trolling. It's simple flatline trolling. There's no downriggers. There's no anything else. You don't need it. My speed is 1.8. You could go as high as 3.0 if you wanted to. Walleyes have an incredible range of speed. Even though we look at them sometimes as being lazy, this water's plenty warm enough for them to be in full chase mode. It's 56 degrees this morning, although it's going the wrong way. And it's chilly out here. It's only in the 40s air temperature. But stay tuned. Let's get another one. I just hung up with you guys. I just got it back out. You saw me putting it out. Little guy. He's a short, but I turned my back and I heard it snap. He's probably only 10, 12 inches. Okay, maybe we're on to a hot item. First one on that purple Descent tail dancer. I haven't measured him yet. If he's a keeper, he's barely a keeper. We'll see. Nope. 14.25. I just lost a better one on that Reef Runner. I made a turn and I made a left-hand turn, and my left side board slowed down, and by the time I looked back up, it had fired. That usually tells me that maybe I was going a little fast, so I bumped it down 0.2 down to 1.6, and that rod fired. So maybe with this cold weather and this cold front, maybe they want it a little slower. So I'm going to slow down a little and see what happens. Well, today is the troll of the shorts. And I'll be honest with you, I don't normally catch a lot of shorts trolling. But this guy's a little bitty one. I got about 10 minutes left this morning, so I'll put it out one last time and see what happens. Messed around with my speed a little bit. I kicked it back up now to the fastest I've been all season. I'm doing 1.9. It's funny. You get set in your ways. Typically for me, trolling stick baits, it's 1.5 to 1.8 out here. If I'm trolling worm harnesses, it's 0.8 to 1.0, 1.1 maybe. And I tend to stay right there. A lot of us are creatures of habit. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Maybe I should be playing with my speed a little faster, see if I can get a reaction bite as opposed to a feeding bite. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat, and there's never only one way. Beware of the person in the fishing world, or in any world, honestly, that tells you there's only one way to do something. There's only one way to catch walleyes. There's only this, that. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know my saying. If someone tells me that, I stop listening, because I just don't believe that to be true. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat. There's a lot of ways to catch a walleye on Oneida Lake, or any lake. Rivers, you name it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You just got to find what works for you and perfect that and make your own pattern that you have confidence in. I know I can come out here and flatline troll in this depth and catch them. I've been many times with Captain Tony Buffa on his boat farther to the east, and we're fishing 30, 40 foot of water. We're employing lead core and dipsy divers and snap weights and even bottom bouncers sometimes pulling plugs. So there's a lot of ways to do it, and don't limit yourself. That's always my motto. I don't care what we're doing out here. Let's see if we can get another one. The clock's ticking. I got 8 minutes left. Well, that'll do it for me today. Time to get out of here and go be an adult. So I ended up with the one keeper. I lost what I thought was another keeper. Definitely was a heavier fish. 4 or 5 shorts and 2 perch, all on the troll. So a good picture. I may come back here tomorrow and try jigging these fish. In the morning, I only have just so much time, so I have to make my decision and stick to it. I have about not even 2 hours, about 90 minutes. I got out here this morning. By the time I was set up, it was 5:30. It's 7 now. and I got a 20-30 minute run back to the house. So have a great day, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow morning, same time, same bat channel. Keep your tip up.